How's it going, everyone? I'm SirJames, coming at you guys with yet another Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Legacy Lightsaber review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Asajj Ventress yellow lightsaber that was released during May 4th of 2022. I do apologize for the delay in the reviews. Last week I was trying to get this review out, but unfortunately I ended up catching the COVID-19. Wasn't fun. I still have some side effects left over, so bear with me if I seem a little bit out of breath here and there or whatever's going to happen. Just letting you go, forewarning. Anywho, for those of you who are not aware, is that there were 3 Legacy lightsabers that released during the May 4th, 2022 Star Wars Day event. And the first of which was the Ahsoka Tano Rebels lightsabers. Technically, we already had them before, but they decided to release them in a wooden box that plays music, kind of like the Skywalker box set that I reviewed once before. Then we have the, in my opinion, the questionable release, which is the Asajj Ventress yellow lightsabers. And there's a reason why I say questionable release, which we'll get to in this review. And last but not least, we also have one actual new Legacy lightsaber, which is the Master Luminara lightsaber, which I do have right here. And yes, I'll be reviewing as well, so bear with me. But that's going to be for a separate review, of course. We're here to focus on the Ventress yellow lightsaber, which we have right here inside this white box. Now, the one thing I don't know, just to kind of give a full warning here, is that I don't know if the white crates are going to be what the new Legacy sabers are going to come in moving forward, or if the white crates were just only part of the May 4th event, and once these are gone, they're going to go back to the standard gray. I have no information, and it's a little bit too early to tell, but obviously we will know by the next maybe Legacy lightsaber or 2 to get an idea what we're going to be seeing with these white crates, if they're limited, or if this is going to be what the new color scheme of the crates are going to be going forward. I kind of like the gray one. It might throw off some people's collection now that they're becoming white, potentially. But again, we're not here to focus on the crates. We're here to focus on the saber. So you might be wondering, and you might be saying to yourself, well, wait, didn't you already review this particular lightsaber before? Yes, but it was the Ventress saber. So this is where the confusion comes in, because let me put this one down and pick this one up. Here we have the Maul Shadow Collective lightsaber, and this is going to be very familiar because, ta-da, it's the same exact lightsaber hilt. That is right. Disney has released 2 of the same lightsabers, except one glows red and the other one glows yellow, instead of just releasing one of them and, you know, offering a color switch, kind of like the Ahsoka Clone Wars sabers, where you hold down the switch, it changes the color of the blades, and of course sound, and there you go. I don't understand why Disney did this, but anyways, back to the Ventress one. So yes, if you've seen the Maul Shadow Collective, it's literally the same exact thing, except it comes in a white box, there's a yellow crystal on the inside, and it glows yellow. Oh, and it's got the sound font of the Temple Guard lightsaber font. But that's it. That's literally all it is. So again, here is the hilt once again, and we'll take it out of the box in just a moment. And here is the logo of the hilt, as you can see on the crates. And that's pretty much it. The crate is what you would expect. It just comes in the color of white and black as the color scheme here. And if you are curious, do you get the same attachments that you get with the Maul Shadow Collective saber, or you could attach it to a regular Darth Maul lightsaber? And yes, you get the same attachments inside the box. That comes with the coupler, and it also comes with the tool as well. And no, you can't connect 2 of these together. If you guys are curious, these will only connect to the Darth Maul lightsaber, or Maul, whichever variation you're going with. But anywho, here is the hilt in question. Honestly, it's weird reviewing this hilt since I technically already reviewed this hilt. This is probably the most annoying thing for me personally, because it's like they could have released something different, like the Luminara lightsaber, which makes sense. It's new, we never had it. And instead of releasing like another new lightsaber, they just took one that they already had and made a couple changes, and it's like, hey, look, we could charge you more money for the same exact lightsaber, but it's yellow this time, and it comes in a white box. Alright, I'm not trying to be too harsh about this. Obviously, I'm trying to have fun with this video as I go on. That's basically my thought process, is like Disney was like, we need something. Oh, Ventress had a yellow bladed lightsaber. Let's just recycle the same hilts, and hopefully people don't get confused about it. And that's what I predict. But anywho, it's going to be hard to see. You probably can't even see it at all. Barely, just barely. But there is indeed a yellow crystal, so it's not like, okay, they just took the hilt, switched out the electronics, and that's it. They did, in fact, put a yellow crystal on the end there. And this is what I meant when they released this hilt. They could have easily, instead of putting a colored crystal in there, is to put a little hair in my mouth, is to put a clear crystal and to have it to where you could swap between colors, and it could be either the Maul Shadow Collective hilt to do the final season of the Clone Wars, or you could switch it between yellow if you wanted the Ventress version. That would have made much more sense in my personal opinion. But yeah, like I said, yellow crystal, same exact hilts. Obviously it disconnects down here, and of course there's where you put your connector and all that. Here is your little spot for your tool there. This is going to be the on and off switch, this big ol' area. And again, if you guys have seen the past review, you guys know I do like this Legacy hilt. Alright, it's a very nice hilt. I do like it. I do like the little fake wiring that they have going on over here. But you know what? We're just going to cut straight to the chase and pop in a blade, like so. Twist that, and we're going to go ahead and turn off this light here. I will say that the blade does have a nice snug fit. Of course, there's always that little wobble on these Legacy sabers. That's normal. They do that so people tend to hit and do a little bit of dueling with them. You know, it's kind of got that little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I had it in the tip of my tongue. I just slipped. But there's a reason why there's a bit of looseness in it. So when people dual and blade, it's to help reduce the impact against the core, is what I'm trying to get at. So we're going to go ahead and ignite this. Like I said, this is going to have the same sound font as any of the other yellow bladed lightsabers that we've had. Or you have the Temple Guard sound. But let's not forget the important thing, especially when it comes to this particular lightsaber, is that since you have that exposed crystal, yes, you are also going to get the exposed color here as well. So let's go ahead and ignite that in 3, 2, 1. So you do have exposed color there. So here's the fun part. Some people, probably even right now, for some odd reason, are thinking, we never had this hilt before. What am I talking about? I'm talking nonsense. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm just going to put it right up here for the moment. Then we're going to take the other box to reveal the Maul Shadow Collective lightsaber. So this is the box that this one comes with. As you can see, the gray box, the symbol there on the top, and thus revealing this same exact hilt, the original hilt release that we got. So we're going to go ahead and just remove this one here. Take the little cup out here. So here is this one. Now let me go ahead and bring this one back over. Like I said, the same exact hilt. It's just that there's a red crystal in this one and glows red. There's a yellow crystal in here and glows yellow. Again, why couldn't we just have one of these that does both instead of charging an extra, what was it, $160 or so? to do, you know, help that could do. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm going to go ahead and put the blade in the red one just so you can see the red one, since we already showcased the yellow. Go ahead and like so. All right, go ahead and turn off this light once again, and here we have the red version. Got that nice menacing Darth Maul sound to it. I only have one blade, so I couldn't put two blades to showcase both at the same time. But again, this one is revealing the red crystal on the inside. So I guess the question remains. Oh, I feel a cough coming 1 second. So the question remains, which one do you want? Do you want the Ventress version, or do you want the Maul version? So that's going to be the question here. And some of you might be kind of curious, when did Ventress get a yellow-bladed lightsaber, in fact? That's something I was going to stumble upon in the beginning of this review. Completely slipped my mind. Like, I'm still recovering. So Ventress got a yellow-bladed lightsaber from, I believe it was the black market. She did have the curved red-bladed lightsabers that Count Dooku gave her way back in the early 2000s Clone Wars, is when we first see her receive those lightsabers. But during the Clone Wars, I don't remember which season it was, but this is when Ventress was left for dead by Count Dooku, and she's trying to figure out her life. You know, maybe becoming a bounty hunter and things like that. And then eventually, during, again, I can't remember which season or episode it was, but it was when Ahsoka was being framed for something she didn't do. Ventress ended up getting her lightsaber stolen by a mysterious person, which we eventually find out who it is and get Ahsoka's innocence taken care of and all that fun stuff. But she never got her red lightsabers back. She never did, so which is why Ventress ended up getting a new lightsaber from the black market and thus igniting yellow. And then as to how Maul ended up with this hilt at the end of the Clone Wars, that I don't think we ever got any kind of closure to that or tie-in. It's weird for this one. I'm just going to assume, and again, I'm just making stuff up here. I'm just going to assume that maybe when Ventress died, if she died at all, maybe she was buried back on her home planet, where Darth Maul, of course, has resided for quite some time. Maybe ended up stumbling upon her grave, taking the lightsaber and putting it in the construction after bleeding it into a red crystal, or into a red-bladed one. Ended up connecting it to his hilt, and then that's how he obtained the hilt, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the story is. Maybe there's a comic or a book that I haven't read, and that's probably the case. But anyways, what do you guys think about this release? I want your guys' honesty. Do you think this is kind of a lazy deal with Disney releasing the same exact product to charge an extra $160, $150 more? Rather than, you know, make it to where you could change colors like the Ahsoka Clone Wars? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope this video was as enjoyable as it is for you. And like I said, I do apologize for my struggle here. I'm still recovering from dealing with the, COVID-19. I'm obviously not trying to say the word, just in case YouTube's little algorithm gets offended by it. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next review. Like I said, I have the Luminara. I was about to say Illuminati. That would have been an awkward way to do it. But the Jedi Master Luminara lightsaber, which I'll be reviewing, and then I should have also an Ultimate Works lightsaber being loaned out to me to review as well. And there's supposed to be some new items releasing at Galaxy's Edge on the 27th. I'm not going to be around Galaxy's Edge then. My next trip is on June 5th. But there was some new stuff. There's a new First Order flag, if you guys were curious. throughout Tomorrowland, or not throughout Tomorrowland, but in Tomorrowland, they've been offering this Imperial Walker popcorn bucket, and they've been keeping them plenty of it in stock. So a lot of people have been getting these, which is good. And then there's this cool little baby Sarlacc here. That's actually a piggy bank, or a Sarlacc bank, if you will. So yeah, some fun new collectibles and items. There's going to be some new stuff like the, gosh, I don't know what the heck you call that thing. The big old container that you're familiar with in The Mandalorian, where the Beskar was put in. The big old ice cream maker container, whatever that thing was called. That's going to be an actual item coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on the 27th. And also, if you've been trying to get the Ahsoka Legacy lightsabers, the one that was on the Disney Store with the music box, that's also going to be on the 27th as well. So if you're going to be there that day, I don't know if it's going to be during Star Wars night or during the day. Just be aware that that's when it's going to be coming out as well. But until then, always remember, may the Force be with you, and thank you guys so much for the wishes. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next Galaxy's Edge lightsaber review.